Now, let's eat from the Food City Kitchen. Value every day.
As we get into the month of November, many of us, myself included, do tend to overeat. And that can be a problem if you're a diabetic or pre-diabetic. For help with that, we turn to Nicole Pazdziorko, who is the registered dietitian for Food City, our food expert. First of all, Nicole, good to have you back. As many as 1 in 10 Americans have diabetes. An untold number of that are pre-diabetic.
Yes.
And obviously the foods you eat have a lot to do with what your particular condition is. Exactly what is diabetes?
You're so correct. So diabetes is a chronic condition where the body, for whatever reason, doesn't produce enough insulin or doesn't utilize that insulin effectively. Now, normally, insulin acts as a key to unlock your body's cells to allow the glucose that is in our blood from the foods that we eat to enter those cells to be used for energy. So you can imagine, if that's not working effectively, it can lead to an increase in blood sugar, and that can lead to long-term complications.
And that can spike your blood sugars all over the place. It can make you the sweetest person in the world, or the angel or devil from, well, you get the idea.
Right.
So what do we need to know, or maybe what's the biggest misconception about eating when it comes to diabetes?
That is a great question. I think a lot of people are overwhelmed, especially at this time of year, or if you're a new diabetic, it can be overwhelming what to eat, what not to eat. And so it's tempting to not want to eat at all. And the most often skipped meal is breakfast, of course. But really consistent meals are essential to preventing those dips and spikes in blood sugar.
And you mean consistent day to day, not just 3 meals a day. You can't keep it under control like
right,
that.
Day to day, but also aim for 3 meals and snacks, depending on what your doctor or dietitian would recommend.
Begin with breakfast. What do you recommend?
So fiber, protein, and a small amount of fat are essential. It should be part of every balanced meal. A great breakfast option, especially this time of year as it's getting colder, is oatmeal or steel-cut oats. It's a whole grain, low glycemic, so it has minimal or a lower impact on your blood sugar.
Right.
Pair it with some fall flavors. Pumpkin, apples are great. And then for a little bit of healthy fat, maybe some walnuts, some cinnamon for flavor. And for an extra boost of protein, you can certainly opt for some hard-boiled eggs or Greek yogurt.
So there are ways to enhance oatmeal, which, and I love oatmeal as well as the next person, but it can taste a little bland.
Yes, absolutely. And you bring up a good point. A lot of those packets of oatmeal tend to have lots of added sugar. So you can certainly sweeten it yourself with a smaller amount of maybe some maple syrup or a sugar substitute. And then again, those the natural sugars from
All right,
fruit.
you brought some other things here. Is this for snacking throughout the day, or is it for a meal, or maybe both?
Absolutely both. So as part of those consistent meals and snacks, you want to think about some snacks that are going to help your blood sugar, not harm them. So look for something balanced, like these snack classics. They have a little bit of cheese, some nuts, and fruit, so it's perfectly balanced here. So then the next tip would be half of your plate vegetables. Non-starchy vegetables in particular are going to be healthy. They have lots of vitamins, minerals, and fiber, again, so minimal impact on that blood sugar. You want to look for those that have minimal sodium if you're going for canned or even frozen. Aiming for half your plate is the goal.
So the more color on your plate, the better off you're going to be, basically.
100%.
All right, and you have got a ton of recipes that you've got on the Food City website to help folks who are either diabetic or pre-diabetic.
Yes.
And if diabetes runs in your family, you should also get tested for that.
100%. And they can go to foodcity.com/pickwell for more guidance on a better for you shopping guide too.
There you heard it from the expert. Nicole, thanks so much. Foodcity.com. Check out their website again, which is foodcity.com.
Now, let's eat from the Food City Kitchen. Value every day.